Blessings, 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 blessings be unto you. This is Mercedes Warwick, and welcome to the Sacredness of Healing. I wanted to do a short video on what it means when I say coming into communion and when we gather in communion. The communion really became the word that almost became interchangeable with, sitting in prayer or going to your prayer closet. You might have heard those kinds of terms in your spiritual practice. But coming into communion is really coming into a space with the heart intention of sitting in the sacredness of Source with no intention, no agenda, no, just wanting to be, almost like releasing yourself. That's what I'm seeing, just releasing yourself into God. And it's been it can be for a moment, and it can be for longer than a moment. There have been times when I've just sat in the guidance and with my heart literally in my hands to ask to be present in God, because the phrase that I use is, the only way out of this is God, and not necessarily to design a fix or a solution or to manifest anything in particular, but really just to sit in God. And I think, at least early on, I don't know if it's true right now, but I think that I would sit in God just almost for the comfort. One of the things that I've got a tremendous support system, but they go on to their lives. They've got other things to do than to be with me 24 hours or be taking care of me 24 hours. They did that. They did that at the beginning. And so there's times when I just want to be enveloped in love and in peace. And so when I sit in that communion, and sometimes there's such resistance, fear can be a son of a gun. And there could be just such resistance. I'm not even wanting to sit in communion because I don't know that I can get past that point. But the tenaciousness in me, I have a space when that happens. I have a chair that I go to when that happens, and I just sit in that chair. And I literally have my hands open on my lap like this to receive whatever God brings to me. And I always say, I go in through God and I go out through God. And so what that looks like is, I can say I am that I am. Sometimes I just say I am. I am. I am. And with each I am, I just lower myself, breathe deeper, breathe. As I'm exhaling, I feel myself just sort of sinking down. Sometimes I do it through the chakra system. I just bring my energy and I just imagine through that exhalation that I'm literally like I'm going down an escalator. And I bring myself up to touch the divine heavens. Inhaling. And exhaling at the bottom and connecting to the earth. Breathing in the I am. And just opening myself up to the I am. Gathering the I am and bringing I am all the way down And in these moments of communion, what I bring to myself often is maybe a favorite prayer or something, one line out of a prayer, not the whole prayer. Like in the Lord's Prayer, I may just sit with our Father, my Father. So being in communion is simple. It's not a whole memorization. I just rest here and then I let it go. I exhale and I just rest and sit. And sometimes there will be an inner light that ignites, or I may feel hot or cold that comes through, and I just breathe with it. So in every session of sacredness that we do here, there's always a moment of sitting in the silence or sitting in the compassionate presence. And as I have grown into this, and it is a growth, mind will be racing when you first start, and you just breathe it out, breathe it in through the nose and exhale it through the mouth, and just say, I bless you. I bless you. No right or wrong or go this way or that way, just I bless you. The I am present and I am here brings me into that space of allowing myself to be nurtured through this intimate space called holiness and sacredness. I've done this through the hot flashes, and I've done this through not sleeping at night. And when you're going through a moment of tension or pain or stress or uncertainty, coming into communion with Holy Spirit, with the holiness within you, is an act of devotion to self. Say every breath is a devotion. Allowing yourself to be in the breath. So sitting in communion, there can be a lot of different aspects and ways to kind of prepare yourself or create a sacred space for yourself. In your spiritual toolkit, the whole prayer is a blessing, but one line may be poignant. And I've had inspiration that has bubbled up as a wisdom key, and then I sit in that for a moment. One time I heard recently, you are stronger than you think. And the I am became, I am strong, and I am stronger. I put that wisdom or that insight into the sacredness. And I confirmed it. Yes, I am strong. Yes, I am stronger. The strength of the I am flows through me. I am as the I am. Breathing in and exhaling, and breathing in and opening your eyes. Been in this space with me. So being in communion is not with purpose or intention other than to be present in Source, to be present in divinity. And it has been a blessing to have received this so early on in my life, before the cancer journey even, because as I was not able to physically be robust in my spiritual practices, this just sitting in the compassionate presence, the being in communion, the sitting in the silence, all of those, and to releasing myself to being present in the prayer, not not creating the prayer, but being present in the prayer, allowing the prayer to come through me as a frequency, as a currency, as a flow, to become wisdom that I can place into the steps that I take as I move forward into living. This has become a very precious and sacred practice for me. So namaste. May you know the divine intimately. Blessings be unto you.